Hello, I'm Tan, and I'm going to talk about tissues. Um, there are four basic types of tissues: it's epithelial, connective, muscular, and neural. Tissues are collections of cells and extracellular material that perform a specific but limited range of functions. The four tissue types, in varying combinations, form all of the structures of our bodies. And the epithelia tissue covers exposed surfaces, line internal passageways and chambers, and also produce glandular secretion. The connective tissues fill internal spaces, provide structural support, and also stores energy. Um, Muscle tissue only contracts to produce active movement, like for our body when we move. Neural tissue conducts electrical impulses and also carries information. For the epithelial tissue, epithelium is an avascular layer of cells that forms a barrier that covers internal or external surfaces. Glands, secretory structures derived from epithelia. The characteristics of the epithelia are cells closely packed together, apical cells exposed to external or internal surface, cells attached to basement membranes or to the basement membrane. They lack blood vessels, and the cells are continually replaced. The functions of epithelia: physical protection, permeability control, sensation trigger, and specialized secretions. Um, Two classes of the glandular secretion: exocrine secretion, which is secretion onto a body surface, and endocrine secretion, which is of hormones into neighboring tissue and blood. Intercellular connections: cell adhesion molecules, cell junctions, tight junctions, gap junctions, desmosomes. Um, the for the epithelial surface, microvilli, abundant on transport cells, dramatically increased surface area, and found in the intestinal lining and kidney tubules. And then there's cellulate, beat in coordinated fashion, move fluid along surface, and found in airways and oviduct. For the basement membrane, it's a non-cellular meshwork, anchors basal cells, underlies all epithelia, hemidesmosomes, attach basal cells, resists passage of large molecules, and strengthens against distortion. For the renewal and repair of epithelial, exposure shortens cell life. Epithelium needs constant repair and replacement. Epithelial stem cells undergo mitosis, and epithelium grows up from base. To classify epithelia, its number of layers. It's simple, one cell thick, and it's stratified, multiple cells thick. Cell shape: squamous, which is flat; cuboidal, which is cubic; and columnar, which is tall columns. Um, and for glandular epithelia, three secretion mechanisms: merocrine, exocytosis of vessels; apocrine, release of apical cytoplasm; and holocrine, burst of entire contents. For the connective tissues components, There are specialized cells, extracellular matrix, protein and fibers, and fluid phase. For the functions is structural framework, fluid and solute transport, physical protection, tissue interconnection, fat storage, and microorganism defense. Connective tissue proper, fluid connective tissues, supporting connective tissues. Those are three different type of connective tissues to classify. Connective tissue proper, which contains varied cell populations and fiber types surrounded by a syrup ground substance. There's three different types of connective tissue proper: loose connective tissue, adipose tissue, and dense connective tissue.